So, I'm here with some people that may or may not like some petty revenge. Would you say that you enjoy some revenge, Elise?
Revenge for what?
Anything. Are you a person that likes to get revenge?
Revenge for any time that I lost any type of game growing up from both of y'all.
A lot of times.
That was a lot of angst and anxiety.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of.
You remember we used to like hoop like every single like Wednesday?
Oh yeah.
And she was always on the losing team.
That's life, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're small and you're uncoordinated, things happen.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I was coordinated at least a little bit, okay?
Not enough to shoot.
But we had fun. We had fun though.
That's a good mantra to go for revenge on losing a lot.
Yeah, I had a lot of
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't get losing, but I've heard people have lost.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
That's good for them.
See, you see them?
Yeah, it's just the ganging up on. Well, welcome to the podcast, Elise.
Thank you.
Hey, Elise.
I'm glad to be back from the cameras and be the star of the show. Thank you.
I knew this was it.
Thank
You're trying to get her to replace me, and this is what you're doing.
If I was trying to get her to replace you, why would I put you two together? I'd be like, okay, Sam.
This is a transition show.
I'd be like, Sam, can you go get me some water really quick?
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, Elise, sit there.
Yeah. I think you're transitioning me out. You're trying to make it like a lot smoother. You're like, hey, put them on the same episode. And then, Elise is here just filling in for Sam. And then a month later, Sam's dead. Elise is fully the co-host
That
of the
escalated
show.
so fast.
Yeah. Okay, Sam.
And I don't want to die.
Nobody's going to kill you.
You don't have to die.
I don't
Listen.
want to. That's why I'm telling you guys. Please don't kill me.
Don't die.
He just looks at the cameras. If I'm dead in a month,
They killed me.
it's not me.
100% they killed me.
Well, I don't think Elise could replace you, and I don't think you could replace Elise. You guys are different. You guys bring different energy.
No,
But
I
it's
watched
needed,
the
and I
episodes.
want to see what it's like when it's
like
together.
Elise's energy. I definitely like her energy.
Thank you.
Because I feel like Elise is going to bite back when you say something like that. Like, when you guys were teaming up on her and saying stuff about basketball.
When we're just telling
Elise
the
might
truth.
have something for you later.
I mean, we were ganging up. We were just like relaying the truth
Yeah,
of
we're
what
just
happened.
saying
in the past.
exactly what happened.
Don't worry.
I have to though. She's my
She's
little
brewing.
sister.
I can see it.
No.
She's ready.
See, here's the thing. With Elise, she's like a silent killer. Only I know this look, so I have to start on 10. So then, like, she has to build up to it. Because eventually she's going to get to 10. But when she gets to 10, I've already won.
Okay. I'm on your side, Elise.
Well, no.
She thinks she got the game figured out, but she don't.
I do, making you think that I don't have it figured out.
Then why haven't you won?
Because
She's on like a level.
No, see, that was good.
That was good.
That was good. You better watch out, Brandon. Oh, hey. Welcome to the ad area.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Just want to say, this video is sponsored by you and people like you on Patreon. Whether you want to support us just because, or you want early access, or you want your name at the end of each video, including this one and maybe the next few. However you do it, thank you for supporting us. Even on YouTube, thank you for supporting us. Whether you're liking, subscribing, commenting, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Audio listeners, we're on Spotify now, if you want to listen to us on Spotify. Anyway, that's it. See you later. Ad is over. Ad area, not of use anymore. You don't need to use it. Get out of here. Speaking of games, though, you guys play video games, right?
Oh, yo.
Big video gamers.
Oh, yeah.
PlateUp guy over there.
What is Play-Doh?
Shout out
Shut
PlateUp.
up. You were just. No. We have
This
to
man
talk.
is on the PlateUp Reddit.
They were looking for stories earlier. And I look over and this dude is zoomed in on this like PlateUp freaking setup.
PlateUp is the greatest game of all time. And
So don't even sarcastically say you don't know.
Yeah, I do love it. And if anybody wants to play with me, I'll play with anybody. Let's play it up. I'll play
You're
with
going to step up to the plate if they ask you?
Yeah, 100%. I will play it up with anybody.
I mean, it's a cooking game, so like step up to the plate could be misleading. Just saying.
Yeah.
Step up to the counter.
Step up to the counter.
Yeah.
Place your order.
Place your order. Get them in. Get your soups. Get your pizza. Get your apple pie.
Get
Got
your
a medium-
burgers.
Medium
Get your
rare
burgers.
steaks.
And I'm gonna get a grabber to grab your food off your plate. That's a PlateUp joke for you guys. I'm obsessed with this. Probably it's ruining my life.
Anyway,
It affects your mind, so it's okay.
spoilers. Do you mind if anybody ruins something with spoilers?
Does it have to pertain to a game?
When it comes to when it comes to like movies, let's say a movie,
Oh, okay.
you want to go see it, somebody spoils it for you. Do you care, or are you still gonna go see the movie?
I care.
care.
Yeah.
It depends. Yeah, especially some of the movies now that are coming out, where it's like if you go in blind, you'll have the best experience ever.
Yeah.
So it's like, ooh, if someone ruined Barbarian for me, I swear,
No, that would be the worst.
I can't say what I would do.
I think I'm gonna see it tomorrow.
Can I come with you? What time are you gonna go see it?
I don't know.
Can we go a little bit later so we could all go maybe?
We'll see.
I have class at 6, but he usually lets us out around
Yeah, I think I was doing it at
8:39.
6:15.
Okay.
I haven't
Well-
even looked at times. I don't know what time we're going.
Yeah. The story is my boyfriend looked up spoilers to our favorite video game, so I did too. My boyfriend and I play Zelda Breath of the Wild together. I am a take your time and enjoy the ride kind of gal, while he is like a let's look up how to beat this game right now kind of guy, because his way ruins all the fun, so we came up with this rule: no looking up spoilers. We were looking for a particular challenge, the 8 heroine side quest for my Zelda nerds, for a very long time, and suddenly my boyfriend said, I did something bad. I looked up where to go. I'm so sorry. I just couldn't take it anymore. I told him it was fine, but that he could not tell me what he had seen. He agreed. And then I excused myself to the bathroom, and I looked up the location as well. I then spent the next hour and a half wandering so close to the location without ever making it there. I could see him squirming around in his seat every time I got close. And when I jumped off the cliff the statue was built into, gliding down the base of the statue and continuing on without turning around to look at it, I thought he was going to explode. He was clenching his hair in both fists and biting his lower lip, trying to contain himself. That's when I caved and I told him what I had done. He thought it was hilarious, and he told me about how he wanted more than anything to yell, "Turn around, what are you doing?" We had a good laugh about it, and he hasn't looked up a spoiler since.
Wait, okay. I got distracted because you said heroin?
Yeah, heroin.
As in, like wait.
A female hero.
Yeah.
Female hero.
Not the drug.
Oh, wait. Is heroin?
Yeah. Heroin.
Heroin is
both. You
Okay.
can smoke or shoot. I've
Oh,
heard.
Okay.
I've heard that.
Let's just not acknowledge
okay.
that you knew.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a
common
crazy thing to say out loud.
He's like, you can smoke it
Yeah.
if you put it under foil and you light it like a spoon.
But gotta get the temperature right.
Gotta get the
It's
temperature
gotta be
right. You
over
can get a good
98
high from
degrees
it.
Fahrenheit.
But it's
you know.
very addicting. I wouldn't know.
Is it white?
I think it's
Wow.
heroin is like crystal, right?
What color?
Well, that's
Huh?
crystal.
I don't know. I've never done it before, so I wouldn't know. But it's probably a creamy brown.
Huh.
It's very
Actually, now that you
descriptive.
say that, I remember watching those little documentaries that they had us watch in health class, and I do remember one of the guys having like it like on a spoon, and it was like an amber.
Okay, completely unrelated.
Oh,
But you did
dodgy
mention health class. Did you guys have in your health class where they talked about sexually transmitted diseases?
Yes.
And they had this shot of a penis. It was a hand holding a penis with syphilis on it, and the camera just pans around it.
No, that videography was not in my class.
It was like it seemed like a 90s video, like a very old one that they just kept showing to us. And I'm like, that will not get out of my head.
Just
And I'm
fanning
like, why
around
are
a
they
penis.
showing this to us?
What the
Just
heck?
scared. It was like a hand holding it like this, and the camera was just going around. It
What
was
the heck?
so cool.
It was probably just a limp penis too, huh?
Yes, it was just
Ew.
like that, and I'm like, the hand is very vivid to me. How I was just holding it, and the two fingers like
The person
this.
was probably just so
And
uncomfortable.
It was limp hanging over it, and it just had syphilis on it.
Oh,
And
that's
Oh
it-
my
so gross.
gosh.
So I'm like, this was in 7th grade. that they showed us to
That's
this. I'm like,
scarring.
I didn't know if they're still doing this later. I was in 7th grade a long time ago.
They just showed like pictures. I mean, I just remember all I can really think of is like genitals with like spots on it, like in like gross looking ways. But I don't think I've seen like a video where it's like, hey man, I'm like really itchy down there. Can you check it out? Like in the locker room, and it's just like a pan on this kid's like genitals.
360.
And somebody's like, that's weird because I think Jim has that too. And they're like, what? And then they pan over to Jim and
The swoosh transition?
Yeah.
No way. I did have in my health class, it scared me for some odd reason, but it was like this like website with rats and like doing different effects of like what different drugs have on you. And I remember the one that had the meth effects scared the mess out of me because it just looked like an almost dead rat. And then and then in the when you clicked on it, it'll like show you like people like before and afters. And then I remember just seeing this woman. I was like, no, that's literally a zombie. I'm scared. Because she was like, she started out blonde, beautiful. And then you scroll to the next picture. She's got black hair. Her cheeks are all sunken in. I was like, oh my God, this is the scariest website ever. Why are you showing me this at 7th grade?
Wait, did you say beautiful?
he said beautiful.
Beautiful.
Bienvenido.
Well, I didn't take health class until I was in middle school, but no.
Well, do they still have the opt-out where your parents...
I didn't know that was an option. They don't tell you that.
Oh, they don't tell you? Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, my mom didn't want me in it for some odd reason. I don't know.
Wait, okay, hold on. We gotta get back to this subject.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah,
video
yeah.
game.
But
Is that good revenge?
that
Yeah.
especially since he laughed at it, because it's like now they can have something to joke about and stuff. But like, you know what it reminded me of? I think you know where I'm going with this. When you used to watch the spoilers or like legal spoilers to movies, you're like, I know what's about to happen, and I'm like, why would?
I just wanted everybody in the room to know that I know what's about to
I
happen.
was like, why would you? Why would you look it up? Like, movies are meant to go in blind, so why would you?
Yeah.
What's happening?
I have changed my stance on
Yeah.
watching like finding spoilers, but sometimes if I don't have time to watch, sometimes I don't want to watch a 90-minute movie, and so I'm like, tell me what
90-minute
happened.
movie?
That's a long time.
That's not
Listen,
that
my
long.
attention span is like 15 seconds now. So sometimes I'll be watching a show that I do like, but I'm like, anyway, what's happening outside? Like, and then I'll move on. I'm constantly moving on.
For a movie, I don't get that. Like, I get it before, like, because we would have conversations when we watch Big Brother, and you're constantly reading the spoilers before the
You don't have
episode
to out
comes
me
out.
saying that I downloaded the app.
Well, you already outed yourself. You
Dang.
read spoilers. That made more sense to me because I'm like, there's like 40 episodes in a Big Brother season. I
Yeah.
get you not wanting to watch every episode, but it still made me mad. I'm like, I don't want to know spoilers. I like discovering it. at the
My
time.
mom was my spoiler person this season.
Well,
like-
you weren't watching it at all.
I watched a few episodes,
Oh.
but really I would go like a week without watching it, and then I'd be like, Mom, what's going on? And she would like be like, I don't know, you have to watch it for yourself. I'm like, Mom, I'm not gonna watch it. And she's like, okay, well, this happened and this happened. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That happened?
See, I watched Money Heist with my mom, and she wants spoilers as she's watching it. She's like, okay, so what's gonna happen with her? Okay, so what happens then? What's gonna happen next episode?
We're going to
Like,
watch it.
I think
Mom.
that's just a
Right.
mom thing.
That is.
That's a mom thing. My mom does the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I'm worried. At least I might be worried for the both of us as we get older. Are we gonna do that to our kids?
I hope not.
You will.
I think I will already.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I ask that to Brandon already.
She already does.
But movies and TVs are different to me than video games.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I remember playing Elden Ring, and I played it way later after everybody. So like, there was like YouTube videos and streams. I'm like, I didn't even necessarily care about the story because I'm like, the game is fun. I don't count video game stories as high as movie and TV shows. So I'm like, I don't care if a video game thing is spoiled.
Yeah.
I think I do. Because I was playing Tomb Raider, and the twist at the end of the first one, I was like, yo, if I was ever to get that spoiled, I would have been so heated. Because I was so, like, especially at the end, because I was so invested in how far everything was going along, that at the end of it, I was just like, yo, that was great. Like, it felt like I was playing a movie. So, like, for some of them, I get, like, don't spoil it. But I was going to ask you, as a person that used to, not anymore, right? If you were in the position, right? Let's say we're playing a game, and for some odd reason, I don't know. I don't know if Zelda's multiplayer or whatnot. Yeah. If it seemed to get like dicey or whatever, would you like just be like, yo, I just gotta look up the spoilers?
I mean, I think I've done it once before. Like, if I cannot figure out a puzzle or something, I've had to look it up before. Like, literally in Tomb Raider, I've had to look up something, and it was probably the easiest thing in the world. And now I can't even think about how I did it. But it was like, Tomb Raider is all puzzles, and I don't know if that's every single video game, but Tomb Raider to me, it was like beginning, and I could not figure out how to basically move something to burn it on fire and to make it like roll down this hill. And I had to look it up because I'm like, what am I missing? And I did it like over and over again, like 15 times. I'm like, I'm not wasting my time on this game anymore.
Yeah. I feel like when video games get hard, I feel like it's warranted to just at least get it so you just have enough, like, just to know exactly where to go. Like,
yeah.
Because I know what you're talking about. It was like the second mission, like, after you get out.
I felt so stupid. It was like the second mission. I was like, God dang it.
And the only reason I found it out is because I accidentally, it was like, so pretty much you had to like jump on this platform and then light it on fire, right? Or something along those lines. The only reason I found out is because I accidentally jumped on, like, it does like the auto lock, and I accidentally jumped onto it, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. And then that's how I did it. But there was some, and I was just like, yo, this is impossible. Like, this is literally not doing anything. And I looked it up, and I was like, oh, I just need to switch my adjustment.
Yeah.
So, like,
and I couldn't figure it out because basically it was like you have to light something on fire past this waterfall, and once you do that, it'll like light your way out. But it's in between a waterfall, so every time you light it, it'll go into the waterfall and it'll just diffuse, or it'll go away.
And you want me to play this game?
it's fun.
It's not that hard. I don't remember how to.
It's more action, though.
I don't remember how to cheat it. It is fun though. It's very cinematic.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Watch, I'll let you play it, and you'll get hooked.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna tell you to get it on your own PlayStation.
Oh, dang. That's getting crazy.
It's not getting crazy at all.
Yeah, don't get crazy.
Don't go stupid.
I'm a fan of looking up those things for video games. I ain't got time to be like, I got 5 minutes, and if I don't get it, then I'm gonna look it up.
So if your girlfriend doesn't like spoilers and you look it up, and if she keeps going right next to the thing, would you eventually be like, it's right there? Would you eventually tell her, or would you be like, no? You wouldn't say anything? No,
because I think Elden Ring is a perfect example. Elden Ring is so big, and there's so many things about it. Like, there's things that like people just don't, there's some secrets that people still don't know because it's just so big, and the game doesn't really tell you, because I think games like Tomb Raider, they're like, yeah, they're not telling you, but they're like, the way the camera's angled, or like the way the scene looks when you walk in is the hints. It's not like hints like, hit this thing. But Elden Ring is like, you're just like walking, and there's like magical things like right there, and you're just like, if you don't look that way, you don't walk that way, you'll never see it. And the game won't tell you. It's not like, you missed this thing. You'll be at the end of the game, you're like, you only played 10% of this game because you didn't do anything. And that's when I'm like, when I was playing it and my friends were watching me, and they're like, I'm just walking by huge weapons, huge things, and I was like, and they didn't say anything. I'm like, that's how I would want it. I'm like, yeah, you want to enjoy it the way you want to enjoy it. If you don't like sports, some people do like, I want to complete 100% of this game. So they're like, I'm going to go through every walkthrough. And that's fun for some people. But some people are like, I want to know some things, but I also want to kind of enjoy it. I like discovering by my own. I don't like discovering. It's just however you want to play. But I don't like people who demonize people who look up spoilers or look up walkthroughs. I'm like, hey, they bought the game. If that's how they want to play, let them read up on it if they want to.
Yeah.
If
they bought the ticket to the movie.
That's different.
No, that's different. You can't do that.
No, it's not. It's not. It's the same thing.
It's different.
If I bought the ticket, I also used to be the person where if like, because I don't even want to go to haunted houses anymore, but before I'd be like, I hate haunted houses, but I will buy the $20 ticket and go, and I'll just be on somebody's back and just look into. I won't even look around, but I'm like, I literally had convinced myself. I'm like, if I'm around and I hear everybody else screaming, I'm like in on the experience, and it's worth it. The $20, but I'm not looking up because I think I had gone one time and it was with a bunch of church people and Hannah, and I think I was just on Hannah's back, like. And so you hear roar, and I'm like, idiots.
I can't see
I
you.
scammed you, but I scammed myself. I love how there's like new comments on TikTok where it's like somebody will be like exposure therapy, and then the next comment will be like, oh my god, somebody just said exposure therapy.
I hate that.
But now it's getting even more meta because exposure therapy 130,000 likes. Somebody said exposure therapy 23,000 likes. Someone said exposure therapy 21,000 likes.
That's what Twitter does, though.
You mean TikTok?
No, Twitter does that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They'll quote retweet it. So it's like, they'll be like, someone in the comments said. It's like, bro.
We can read.
Just retweet it then. You don't even have to type it out.
And the thing is, it'll get like a couple thousand likes for just that.
Yeah.
Well,
I
this
know.
is funny. People do that in real life when like someone says a joke and they're like,
Oh my god.
my dude said, la, 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 la. You're like, okay.
It does kind of make me laugh though, like if in real life somebody laughs at the second one more than the first one.
Yeah, they do.
Like it'll be like exposure therapy, and Elise is like, somebody said exposure therapy. We're like, oh my god, Elise!
Wait, you remember
Pedro?
Yeah, I would die of laughter. And I had this friend, and like he would just be chilling, like we'd be laughing about stuff, and like Madi would say a joke, and Pedro would just be like, that's funny, she said, and I would just start dying because like if I missed a joke, I would literally just wait for Pedro because like he would just be like, man, that's crazy, she said. Like, and that would make me laugh because it's like, why are you summing up the joke?
No, he'd be like, that's crazy. You guys are literally having a podcast right now. That's funny. Wow. But he would be super serious and then move on. And then as the conversation would move on, that's crazy. You guys don't like spoilers.
Oh, I hate people who like, I cannot stand people who are like, just reiterating everything we're talking
That's
about.
what he would do.
Oh my god.
He'd be like, that's crazy. He said he doesn't like when people reiterate stuff.
I would swing on him.
I don't know though. I mean, I wasn't around him that much where it was funny every single time we were around him.
Yeah, I noticed it right away, and I was like, Madi, did you notice he does this?
And I'll be like, what are you talking about?
And then after that, we would just start laughing to each other
Because he was doing
Because yeah, he'll do it, and then I'll laugh at what he said. I'm like, yeah, man, that's what I said, dude. And he's like, man, that's good stuff. You said that. It just keeps going back and forth.
I had another friend. His name was Manuel. And anytime you would make him laugh, he was so wholesome. He was a wholesome kid. But he was like, you people are funny, man.
That's what that's from? Oh my god. He always said that, and I'm like, where's that from?
Oh, he was so. Oh man, I'm gonna have to show you guys after the podcast. He was such a wholesome kid. And he's just like, you people are funny, man. I love you guys.
I think that's what makes me laugh about Pedro too. Is Pedro is very wholesome too.
Yeah.
He was super genuine and very serious. Like it wasn't like he was making fun of anybody. He'd be like, "That's funny," and I'm gonna say that it's funny out loud, and I'm gonna repeat why it's funny.
Oh my god.
Okay, so this next story though.
Oh my god.
Don't want to use headphones on the bus because you have kids? I'll sing a children's song. This was a few years ago on a 13-hour Greyhound trip when I was in the middle of a mental breakdown. These people were listening to music loudly, and if that wasn't bad enough, it was just awful. It was the kind of rap where the only words you can understand are the B word and the N word, and they were said frequently. It was driving me nuts, so I tried to politely ask them to use their headphones. They refused because they had kids based on the claim that the kids needed entertainment. I told them to give the kids headphones. This led to me getting cussed out, which led to a heated argument. Another passenger started listening to music loudly just to troll me at this point, and I tried to get to the bus driver to enforce the rule that says headphones are required to listen to music on the bus. He threatened to dump me on the side of the road instead. I kind of hit my limit at this point and decided to share my misery with the whole bus. So I said, okay, since we're not enforcing the rules about not being too noisy and using headphones, I'll just sing. Now, it should be noticed that while I don't have the best voice, I am a trained vocalist from childhood. I can at least avoid sounding like a strangled cat if I want to, and I didn't want to. I launched into a very loud, hoarse, and off-key rendition of the song that never ends. It took one sing-through for the troll to put headphones in. It took a couple loops before the whole bus was screaming at the other passengers to either put in headphones or turn off their music so that I would shut up. We rode for the rest of the way in blissful silence.
That's funny.
I don't know how I feel about the part about them talking about the music. Like, what's wrong with little hip hop? I don't know. I don't know that I would. If I was having a breakdown and I was listening, there was just hip hop music just blasting, I feel like I would just like, no. If I were in that position, I think I would just like break their speaker. If I was like, if I was in that state, because they're not listening, so you gotta take matters into your own hands, you know.
So that's what you would have done instead of
if I was in that state.
Oh my god!
Because if you're having a breakdown, you're not yourself. So I feel like that would just lead me to do things how I wouldn't normally handle them, you know.
I would have asked for song requests. Facts.
That would, that
no
would
printer.
be
Remember that on TikTok?
less violent.
Less violent for sure.
Hey yo, put on some Pretty Ricky or something.
Put on some
No,
Seaback.
put on No Vaseline, Ice Cube.
Put on some Jasmine Sullivan. Let's sing our hearts out.
If we gonna sing, we gonna sing.
The new the Dirty album with Jasmine Sullivan.
Hotels is crazy. That's a good album, man. That's a good album.
And hey, what do you guys think about the fact that they said it was music for their kids, and it was just like blatant cussing?
Well, I don't think that matters.
Yeah, I don't think that was.
I grew up on like, we grew up on like sexual R&B sometimes. Well, a little bit. But
Yeah,
it's okay. You can say, I mean, I grew up on it a little bit too because of Hannah, but
like Genuine and D'Angelo.
Duh.
My God.
well, then Hotels would be fine. We could just get into that by Jasmine Sullivan.
I've never heard that. I love her, but I've never heard that.
Oh my God.
It's nasty, it's dirty, but
You
it's
got it.
great.
I've heard
And it's not that nasty. It's
I've
a
heard
little
On It by-
nasty.
It's fun nasty
It's
though.
fun.
It's a fun.
I've heard
album.
On It by Jasmine and Ari Lennox. It
Uh-huh.
literally starts out, I want to sit on it.
Yeah, that's pretty blatant. That's one of the more blatant ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, forget that. Put on some Ari Lennox.
Right.
Come on. The whole bus gonna be vibing.
I think that's the best situation is to ask for a song request. You're like, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Your playlist is really bad. I get it. We can listen to hip hop still. Let's just switch it up though. I mean, if you guys are gonna have the aux, maybe give everybody the opportunity to play a song.
Wait, so was it like a big bus, not like a city bus, but like a travel coach?
It was like they said
Yeah,
a Greyhound
a
bus.
Greyhound.
Oh, Greyhound. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm like, that rule is necessary. People do need to wear their headphones.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy to me because I'm like, I was just on an airplane a couple weeks ago. Like, I was just fully watching a TV show, just like the loud, like, sound blaring. I'm like, she's like, you gotta put your headphones in. He's like, huh? I'm like, who wouldn't do that? That's crazy that you're just like,
Who raised you?
yes, who raised you that you're like, I'm just gonna play a show fully blaring in an airplane with 150 other people on it, and you're just like, so
Huh?
like, it's crazy that you have to make a rule like, no, please wear headphones.
Please be considerate.
Yes, because people don't care. Like, if you don't tell them explicitly, they're like, it's weird that the bus driver didn't care. The bus driver was like,
The bus driver was
I'll
like,
kick you
they're
out
playing
for
good stuff.
Yeah, the bus driver was like, hey, not because
Hey.
you bugged, dog. and then,
No, it's a bus driver from the Bus Driver Uppercut video.
oh,
You going to jail now? You going?
While she wasn't wrong in the situation, it seems like she was being a little annoying to the point where another person is like, I'll play my music loud then, if you're gonna be like that.
Well, everyone's reaction to her makes it seem like she probably was being, because the bus driver just being like, nah, I'll kick you out. And people are like rising up against her. I'm like, she must have definitely been annoying because they are all petty towards her.
I feel like she was also annoying because there was one line you said, oh, when she was talking about being a trained vocalist. I feel like
she said that sentence several times.
Yeah.
Anybody who says they're a trained vocalist probably isn't. Because nobody brags about being a trained vocalist when they can actually sing.
It was like that one girl that was on TikTok that everybody was making fun of. I'm a trained vocalist. It's like, no.
You watched a YouTube video and that was your training.
She's like, I've been in choir for the past 4 years and I've been leading mostly all of the songs.
I know what you guys are talking about.
The girl with the short hair. Yeah, and I feel bad, but also she doesn't sing very well.
I feel like it's that scenario. Like she has to be a band or like drama kid.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
not even that, but just like a level of like full of herself where she's like in denial.
Full of herself so much that she's unaware. Unaware. Like just not, like you don't know.
Yeah, because people just make up those lies just to say, like, just so they have something to justify. Like, I'm classically trained. I'm like, no, you ain't trained a day in your life, and it's clear that you're.
You can just say that you're not a good singer.
Yeah.
People would relate to you more if you said that instead of being like, I'm actually classically trained in music.
Yeah, because for the story, that doesn't matter. Like,
it doesn't matter at all.
She was trying to annoy them back, so I'm like, what does it matter? You said you're going to sing bad. Why did you?
I think that's a good point, Elise.
Why did you have to say that you're classically trained at all? That's not even necessary for the story.
If she was confident in her singing, she would have never said anything about being a good singer.
And the fact she was probably a better writer than she was a singer. The fact that she was like, I let out a horse. It's like, bro.
She reads a lot. What can you say?
Yeah.
She's a book girly. She's on Book Talk.
Off key.
I'm on Book Talk. I read a little bit.
I read a little bit. Have you not seen my library?
Yeah, look at that.
I'm going to be one of those Book Talk girlies eventually, though. I'm going to get a library of romance books all behind me. I didn't know that there was a level of romance books that I wasn't ready to read, though. Like the 50 Shades of Grey type book.
Oh.
I basically got an Enemies to Lovers book that was very highly rated. And I guess I must have been playing around with like all these like high school books because obviously they're not going to do anything. But these people are like 28 years old. And there has been 3 full-on in detail sex scenes. And the first ones I was like into it. I was like, I'm here. But then I was like, this is a lot. Like I'm at work.
Question.
You're doing this at work.
I'm like, I feel uncomfortable reading this.
Question. Have you ever been on Wattpad?
No, but I've heard about it.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Wattpad probably is worse than what you've read.
Yeah, and I can't even mess with the book. Like the book is really good. It's written really well, but the scenes are so much. Like some people like the smut. Is it called like smut or something?
Yeah,
the smut reading. For me, I'm like, okay, let's hold it back a little bit. If we're gonna do this crazy sex scene, maybe do it at the end. But the fact that it was like halfway through the book, I can't say anything because Elise is here.
Well, she's reading it too,
I'm
apparently.
I know, but it's weird to mention the fact that they were basically just going into detail about like this man going down on a woman, but like detail. I'm like, oh my god, see Elise's face.
Being Anita.
That just sounds like such an insult. Smut.
Yeah, because it's dirty.
You smut.
It's dirty.
You smutty smut. That just sounds so bad.
Well, I think I had a thing where I was...
If you want to rate it, it's called The Worst Best Man, though.
Where, put it on your book list. Book Talk Girlies.
Book Talk, it's really good, but it's just a lot for me. But if you like smut,
Worst
Best
if you're
Man.
A smut, you smutty smut.
I'm gonna bleep all that out.
I think when I was a kid, I was like... When I was reading all the time, I just kept reading books, and my mom had books in her thing, and I was just like reading books, and then I read a book, and I'm like, I don't want to bust her out, but I think it's called Xanadu. It was actually probably reading now is probably not that dirty, but I'm like, what is? I just kept reading. I read all of it. And I'm like,
You're like multiple times.
Gosh.
Right? Multiple times.
Yeah, descriptions of a penis and very vivid, very vivid,
Very
and what it
vivid.
did and its functions and what it did to this woman.
You're like, Mom, I just did some light reading the other day. Wow.
What are you
Xanadu.
talking about? I never
Xanadu.
told her that I read it. But I'm
Yeah.
like, this
Well,
shit
now
you
she
did.
knows.
Mom. It was
So
a
you
good
had to
book.
find out this way.
It was
It was a
great.
good
I
book.
loved it. I loved it.
Sorry you had to find out that way.
More, please.
That's
More.
so sad.
Xanadu Part 2?
No, because my mom had romance books all the time. They're everywhere.
yeah.
I still guys on horses and guys like all those books were littered over.
I called my teacher by her Schoolyard nickname in front of the class. I'll try and keep this short. My name has a silent letter in it, and I had this teacher that relentlessly not only kept mispronouncing it, but over-announcing it, so no matter how many times I corrected her, she just kept doing it. One day, I finally snapped. Her name is really weird. I won't say it on here, but those who know. She called roll and said the mispronunciation of my name, and I answered, "Yes, Miss Icky Booger."
Oh.
Her jaw dropped, and you could hear a pin drop, and she said, "That is not my name." She obviously heard this name around and had her own junior high flashback. I clearly stated, "And that's not my name." And she pronounced it correctly from there on out.
Dang.
Good
First of all,
on
what do
her.
we think the teacher's name? If the nickname is Icky Booger, what's the name?
Miss Hickey Hoover.
That's a funny name right there. I don't think you need to make up another. Hickey Hoover is a hilarious name.
I don't know what it means, but I don't know where the
You're a
Hoover
Hickey
comes.
Hoover. You Hoover Hickeys.
Okay.
I don't get it.
It's just
It's
a
just-
funny
it's
two
funny
words
second,
together.
Yeah.
Just like Icky Booger is not like a great joke, you know.
It's pretty bad, actually.
Actually, it's kind of good. I laughed. I did
Bad.
laugh, Icky Booger.
Okay.
That's crazy, man. He laughed because her name was Icky Booger.
She did what she had to do. Honestly, she could have gone like further and just kept calling her that, but I
And
feel
this
like
is
that
why
was-
Elise is a menace.
Well, because, okay, if you're going to mispronounce my name and there's an obvious missing, like, what's the word? Vowel. Oh my gosh. If you know how to pronounce my name and you mispronounce it and you keep mispronouncing it, then I'm going to keep calling you what Icky Booger until you get it absolutely right. And then, yeah.
Facts. Yeah. I agree.
I think the thing that gets me is she pronounced it correctly after that. So it's like you knew.
Oh, the teacher is a
Yeah.
Why'd
Yeah.
you say it like that?
I don't know.
You knew.
My voice.
He did.
Is this a
It
musical?
trembles.
Who's
What
going
should the bus
next?
is ready?
I hit a run. That's what I did.
Have you seen
I-
Dear Silas
What is that?
videos?
Oh, that sounds so familiar.
He like does a lot of like he does like a lot of raps. It's like anime kind of raps and stuff. But he
Yeah,
does a
yeah,
rap
yeah.
to that. It goes crazy. He just raps what the kids are doing, each dance they're doing. I
have
love
seen
it.
that,
Yes,
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
He's like, little talent going. He just goes crazy on that. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Well, that's it. That's the episode.
What? That's
it?
Elise.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like this should be edited like in a chaotic way. Have you guys seen the crack videos?
I used to watch those.
They're so funny and chaotic. It's like it'll be like random like zoom ins or like it'll be like one scene is a tangent of like different stuff. So like wait. Okay. So like the heroin part, it would be like a tangent of just heroin related stuff within the episode. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh.
I'm looking at you like you're crazy.
Just
You're crazy.
it's crack videos. It's crack videos. They don't make sense, but they do.
How do we get off topic for the outro?
The outro is somehow.
That's what's gonna be called off topic.
I think it's the chaotic energy that Elise is bringing to the episode.
Elise is chaotic.
It wasn't
energy.
Elise the whole time though. It
It
was
was-
me
it
at
was
some point. It was
completely-
you
It
at
was-
some point.
Yeah.
I don't think I did any. I think I was always like, let's keep on the right path.
No, that's me. That's my job.
No, that is Brandon.
And then Brandon also did it. We were
I failed at my job. I quit today. I quit my job of
Because of Elise.
keeping everybody on track.
I
So
think-
to get back on track
Yes.
with the outro.
Oh, yeah, outro.
Outro, yeah, we should probably do that.
We'll see you guys around. Thank you, Elise, Sam, Brandon, me, for being here on the
Right,
show. Bye.
Bye.